Hello, my name is Ana Maria Padilla Sanchez, and my friend Maria Freire has told me about her 4 of ESO class, which consists of a group of 28 15-year students whose level of English is pre-intermediate, and they are preparing themselves to take their B1 level exam. Their grammar, reading, and writing skills are great, but they don't feel confident enough in producing a full conversation of English to pass the exam. And their listening skills could also be improved. So, in order to accomplish that, I recommended her both the audiolingual method and the situational approach. To begin with, I will use the Audiolingual method to improve both their listening and speaking skills. The Audiolingual method originated during the Second World War as the American soldiers needed to learn the languages of both their enemies and their allies. The main focus of this method consists on shaping the habits of using such and structure, patterns and verbs through repetition and drilling. And even though this method advocates that learning a language has to be done by practicing their 4 language skills, it mainly focuses on listening and speaking to be able to communicate. This method could be implemented in the following way. First, Maria could present a video related to the unit, which in this case will be about winning the lottery, and the video could be about an interviewer asking people on the street what they would buy if they won the lottery. After watching the video, she could ask the students what they understood and what they didn't, and after answering their questions, she could introduce the grammar, which in this case will be the second conditional, and explain how the different structure works. If I won the lottery, I will buy a house. If I were rich, I will buy a mansion. After that, she could ask the students to repeat the structure, and some of them could answer the questions related to the structure. What would you buy if you were rich? If I were rich, I would buy a car. I don't know. After that, she could create group of 3 to 4 students and make them think about 3 things they would buy if they won the lottery. And after some time passes, she could ask each group what they will do. In another session, I will reinforce the speaking skills with a situational approach. This approach was developed by British linguistics in the 1930s, and it is based on oral procedure and use universal situational context to introduce new linguistic structure and words. As to ensure that the language that is very tough is realistic, all the words and sentences are part of hypothetical real-life situations, and they are introduced gradually. Correct grammar and pronunciation and fundamental and mistake are corrected by the teacher. In this method, all the students engage with the activity, and they also tend to find it more interesting as they take part in make-believe scenarios in which they have to assume some roles and enact them with realia. This method could be implemented in the following way. Maria could create a group of 6 to 7 students and give them a topic to practice their vocabulary and grammar, as well as the speaking skills. The theme of this unit could be about holidays and traveling, and Maria could pretend that she is someone who wants to go on a trip but doesn't have a particular destination. And the group of students could be different travel agencies. Maria could provide each group with real traveling booklets and photos of different places, as well as some list of vocabulary and grammar that they have to use. And after giving them 20 minutes to think about a place to sell her, she could go through each group and ask them about their projects. All in all, I think that both Maria and the students might start to find those methods interesting. On the one hand, Maria could use the audiolingual method to make sure that the student understood what they are being taught and also to practice different things in a more specific way. And for the students with the situational approach, they might start to find the lesson more enjoyable as they have to enact different roles, play different situations, and enact them with realia.